right, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Dorr here from Ohio Gun Owners and our political director, Rob Knisley. And a lot of times we like to put a little brevity into our videos because, we just don't like people who take themselves too seriously in politics. But this video is a little bit more different. Let me adjust my selfie stick here. Right now, we are standing outside of one of the premier funders of Ohio politicians here in Ohio, on both sides of the aisle, both Republican and Democrat, and Rob's going to talk about them in a couple of minutes. But right now, we are standing outside of one of the co-conspirators of the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, Les Wexner's house and compound and massive property here, Lair, as we've called it in the title of this video. And you guys can see just part of the property behind us. You guys can imagine for a billionaire like Les Wexner, he has a massive security operation, and so there's no shoulders that are able to be parked on right next to his personal entrance to his compound. And as you can see, and I'll show you here in just a second, actually I can point to it right now, but you can see like right over there, there's signs, and these things mark the entirety of the property. Caution, canine patrolled. He's got full-time canine teams that are patrolling this compound, his lair, at all times. But this is the epicenter of corruption, not just in Ohio, but this guy has been the facilitator of one of the largest pedophile rings in world history. Yeah. Certainly here in Ohio, Les Wexner, it looks like, has been the enabler of untold evil against the most innocent people who are totally helpless. And now as we read through some of these Epstein files, little children, the stuff that they're doing any time before in human history would have been met with swift and immediate justice. But this stuff has been continuing. But the reason why we are here outside of Les Wexner's compound, and I want to tell you this too, this isn't just Les Wexner's compound. His place is just a little bit further south down the road here. No, north.
No, this would be south.
Yeah, that'd be south.
Yep.
Les Wexner's is a little bit further south, but over there is the former home of now deceased pedophile Jeffrey Epstein himself. You guys can look into the documentary. You guys can watch all the videos. There's all kinds of CPD reports about stuff that has happened in these woods around here. But we wanted to draw attention to this debauched, evil person and who he funded and helped perpetrate these massive and heinous crimes against humanity for one particular reason. And you're like, you guys are Ohio gun owners, what the hell does Jeffrey Epstein and Les Wexner have to do with anything? It turns out a lot, because Les Wexner has been funding some of the people who are in office right now who are stopping our gun bills. We talk about this all the time here at Ohio Gun Owners, and I'm sorry if I'm shouting. It's windy as heck out here. Yeah. I'm going to try to adjust this just a little bit so I can hold it at a different angle. We talk all the time here at Ohio Gun Owners about all the different forces that we're up against. Like, for us, gun rights is a single issue. We're focused on it. You guys are joined with us in that endeavor and that enterprise. But we're always up against a whole bunch of different interest groups and organizations. We wanted to draw attention to Les Wexner and by extension Jeffrey Epstein, because this guy is funneling massive amounts of money into Republican candidates right here in Ohio. And so Rob's going to read off a couple of these, but I'm just going to start off this list with number one, Speaker of the House Matt Huffman. We've talked about this in quite a few videos lately. We're going to continue talking about it. Rob, can we switch places?
Yeah,
because
you bet.
Because my one arm is getting a little tired there. Because Matt Huffman is the guy who right now has been blocking all of the pro-gun bills by sending them to kill committees. But Matt Huffman, who has been in office consecutively since he was elected in late 2006, so he got into office early 2007, has received tens of thousands of dollars in campaign contributions directly to his campaign. And then this is going to be a common theme that you guys are going to hear when we talk about some of these Republicans that are on Les Wexner's dole. This is only what is publicly disclosed. We all know that super PACs, you don't have to disclose that information. You don't have to, not super PACs. Yeah, super PACs. They can be dark money. But 501c4s, very oftentimes what happens is the public disclosures themselves are the very surface of the iceberg. And so I want you to hear some of these. Rob, who is always on the ball and able to dig this kind of stuff up, has found a lot of information here that I think you guys are going to find very alarming. So, Rob?
Yeah, guys. I mean, this goes deep, guys. I mean, I was shocked when I saw how many politicians, how much money has been funneled to Republican politicians and Democrat politicians, quite frankly, here in Ohio. And
they play both sides.
Yeah, various entities like the party, like the Ohio GOP, the State Central Committee, House Republican Campaign Committee, OROC, you name it, every single apparatus that exists, he's given money to. And I think since 2017, Wexner's given I think it was nearly $500,000 in directly from his estate to these causes and these candidates. So I'm going to read a couple of the Republican politicians for you and candidates, so you guys can know where this money's going and who it's going to. Direct contributions made by Wexner to the campaigns of Brian Stewart, Michelle Reynolds, former Speaker Bob Cupp, former State Representative Mark Frazier, Rick Carfagna.
No surprise.
Of course, Matt Huffman, which Chris already talked about, has gotten tens of thousands of dollars from Les and Abigail Wexner over the years. Since 2008, I think, was the first contribution that pops up on the state records. And this is all stuff you guys can look up for yourself. I'm not telling you anything here that you can't find publicly available.
Nobody else wants to call it out. That's the difference here.
John Husted has received quite a bit of money. I think like 10 to 15,000. We're talking about Robert Sprague, candidate who's currently our state treasurer. Who's running to be Secretary of State, received I think $18,000.
Now that the FBI, I'm sorry about the background noise, because of course there's no parking around here and the shoulders are very short. So, but now that the FBI has officially unmasked Les Wexner as one of the co-conspirators of the Epstein list and this massive sex abuse ring that they've been running against women and against children, every single one of these Republicans should send the freaking money back, and they should issue apologies. Keep going. But that Robert Sprague one, that really bothers me, because these people are campaigning as evangelical Christians, rock solid conservatives, but they got their money hands out to absolute degenerates. And folks, anybody who's been paying attention in Ohio politics for more than 5 minutes knows that this corruption has been publicly known for a lot more than just the last 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, this stuff goes back to the mid or late 90s, right? I mean, so this stuff was known by lots of people going back all the way then.
Robert Sprague. Now let's talk about some more here. What else do we got?
I can't remember if I mentioned Keith.
And for those of you who are just logging in right now, we're live outside of Les Wexner's Lair compound here in New Albany,
whatever you want to call
Ohio, and so his place would be right back behind those trees, and then over there, just behind that grove of trees, would be Jeffrey Epstein's compound. And there's all kinds of police reports and documentation about what's happened in these woods, victims that have been found, all kinds of stuff that you can read about and watch and on social media. But right now, for this video, we're talking about and exposing how deep his connections are, not just with Jeffrey Epstein, but with his funding of Ohio Republicans. Conservatives have been bashing their heads against the wall for years and years and years, and they can't figure out why are these people like Matt Huffman, who campaign as social conservatives, why are we not getting conservative policy? Why do we watch these Democrats take control and they get everything that they freaking want? Well, here's what's going on. These Republicans are being financed and bankrolled by degenerate, Christ-hating, human-hating pieces of shit like Les Wexner. All right,
Amen.
Find some more in there.
Yep. I can't remember if I mentioned Keith Faber or not. He's received $15,000 from Les Wexner. John Husted, $15,000. Robert Sprague, who's like we mentioned, is running for the Secretary of State. Our current state treasurers have received $18,000 to his campaign from Les Wexner. Governor Richard Michael DeWine has received $27,000 from Les Wexner.
And again, I want you guys to remember this as you listen to some of these Republicans. This is about public disclosure right here. This is not. This is the surface of the iceberg for these people.
Yep.
We're talking about chump change. It's literally like McDonald's money to these people that we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. 15, 15,000.
So they can run millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars into super PACs and dark money organizations, C4s. We're a fan of C4s. Ohio Gun Owners is one. But we're not talking about running millions and millions of dollars into this stuff. And by the way, there have been security patrols, so if one pulls up and we have to end this video, we're gonna end it pretty quickly. So keep going through some of these lower level Republicans.
Yep. So we're also talking about. Let's see here. There's quite a list here, folks. So pardon me. I've got to scroll through here. Former Speaker Ryan Smith. There's some Democrats here too, like Joyce Beatty, Congresswoman. I'm sorry, from the Columbus area, received money. Fred Strayhorn, who used to be a state rep from the Dayton
Democrat
area.
Minority Leader.
Former Senate President Larry Obhoff received $10,000 from Les Wexner. And
a lot of these people are people that were deliberately blocking pro-gun bills for years and years and years.
I mean, you name it.
Larry Obhoff, what do we name him? Butterball?
That's right, yep.
Yeah, Butterball Obhoff was on the Wexner dole. There's also, it's important to keep this in mind, there's the Wexner Party Barn. We're just beginning to dig into this now to see how deep the corruption goes with Republicans, but the Wexner Party Barn right over here is where a lot of these Republicans hold their great big soirees and their fundraisers, where literally yards away, Jeffrey Epstein's New Albany mansion also sat, or sits to this very day. I don't know who lives there now. I wouldn't want to buy that because I would be way too afraid of the demons that probably inhabit the ground.
At least not without a good exorcism. That's for sure.
You better know a pro priest.
Yeah.
But folks, we're going to be talking about this a lot going forward because there is certainly something here when Republicans won't pass conservative bills, when they campaign as Republicans, when they get the political power then because we elect them and they don't deliver on their promises, there are other forces at work. So this is a kind of our foray into this to dig deeper, but we want you guys to understand all of this because this is the enemy that we're up against.
Yep.
These people have always been well funded. We've known that.
Yep.
We've always known that they have connections to other people, but folks, when it's to FBI identified co-conspirators in what everybody used to call a great big conspiracy,
right?
And now it's not.
Didn't exist, wasn't happening.
Yeah.
There's no files. There's nothing. Yeah.
Turns out it all exists, and Les Wexner, who's been funneling money to Republicans, was listed in the Epstein files thousands of times.
Yes.
So, one of the things we're going to check out is he on the flight logs. But then I thought to myself, you know what? Epstein was flying his own, plane down there. But Les Wexner has his own too. So
I'm sure of it, yeah.
That information might be harder to get. Folks, this is what it's all about. At the end of the day, this really and truly is a fight between good and evil. These people that we are up against are very, very evil. They're not like you and me. They don't serve God. They don't believe in God. They reject Him. They believe that they are gods, that their money, their power, their influence lets them do whatever they freaking want to do, and that includes steering legislators and our government around by the nose.
Yeah, not just the politicians though. I mean, I was showing like hundreds of thousands of dollars in contributions made to the like I said earlier, the GOP, the Central Committee,
The campaign arms.
The campaign arms of the caucuses on both sides.
Yeah.
House Republicans and Democrats.
Yeah.
So this stuff's being pushed at the top, and of course, people like Les Wexner are in the driver's seat when they're cutting those kinds of checks. You just have to know that's taking place.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is time for this system to be broken. It's time for it to be destroyed. It's time for the people of Ohio to stand up and say, we will not let you do this to our beautiful state. We will not let you do this to our beautiful culture. We will not let you do this to our beautiful families anymore. This country, it says, the founder said this country was, the Constitution was written for us and our posterity. These people don't have any of that.
Well, not only that, but our Constitution was written for a moral and righteous people.
Yes. Yes, these people are wicked and
they're
debauched.
not moral and righteous people.
Yeah, servants of Satan himself. And we truly believe that here at Ohio Gun Owners. So this is the fight that we're in. This is the battle that we are engaged in. You, me, Rob, all of us watching this video. It is the forces of darkness, wicked, evil people that are loyal to Satan versus all of us. So folks, thank you for watching this video. Please share this video with all of your friends. This is the first of many, I think, that will to be coming over the next 6 months, especially as we gear up for the May primary elections. There's a lot more here that we're going to be digging into and exposing as we push for major pro-gun bills to be passed in the Ohio legislature. So thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll be back at the State House in just a few minutes with more updates.
See you guys.
See ya.